Just take a few seconds and listen to this. That's the sound of the wind on Mars. We're the first humans to ever hear the sound of another world. Listen again. If you can't get genuinely excited about that, I don't know. You might be watching the wrong show. But welcome back to episode 2 of the Bud Fallbrook Show. That piece of audio I played earlier was another bit of wonderfulness sent to us from the new Perseverance Mars rover. I can't wait to see what it sends us next. So, as I was saying, welcome back to episode 2, and looking at our first show, I gotta say I'm pretty pleased. We had 68 views as of yesterday, and we're now up to 160 subscribers, and we started the week with 148. Especially considering the extent of our marketing efforts were 2 tweets and a Tumblr post. And speaking of social media, I have to point out that if you're on Twitter, you can find me at Bud Fallbrook and DJ Too Old at DJ Too Old, and of course, our corporate overlords, Blunt Farce. So help spread the word. As a result of last November's election, cannabis will soon be legal in New Jersey, Arizona, and Montana as they join a growing list of states that have legalized the drug. Meanwhile, California continues to lead the way with legislation in the state house that could decriminalize hallucinogenic medicines, including psilocybin mushrooms. This is probably a good time for a disclaimer, I think. The Bud Fallbrook Show does not advocate for or endorse drug use. We're not necessarily against it either. You all have to make your own decisions about these things. And yes, I realize some of you are high right now. Right, Rick? And now, back to our show. I guess it's, isn't it time for our guest?
No guest.
What was that?
No guest this week. They canceled.
They canceled? Who was they?
They're hard to describe.
Looks like it's going to be a short show, folks. What do you say we move on to the Unpaid Shoutout? This week's Unpaid Shoutout is a website and phone app that I use almost every day. It's called radio.garden. What this absolutely free service does is it gives you this globe, and every tiny green dot you see on it is a local radio station. So you can find out what they're listening to in Uruguay or Mongolia or the Philippines. Of course, you are listening to real radio stations, so there'll be commercials and things like that, but otherwise, it's a free service. And it's just fascinating. You'll never listen to Spotify again.
I guess Spotify is never going to be a sponsor now.
I don't think we're on their radar.
Hooray for obscurity.
What do you say we wrap this one up? As always, a thank you to our benevolent overlords at Blunt Farce. And that's the show. Thank you so much for watching. We're still trying to figure out where this is going to go. And it's so nice to already have so many people along for the ride. See you next Monday.